lanes to keep right.
Hey friends, it's Friday, July 9, 2021, and it's time to prepare to go there. Welcome back to the most overlooked and underrated coaching conversation on the internet. And it's my opinion, but I believe that because I'm convinced the future deserves our focus today. It's going to be wild. It's going to be wonderful. We're not trying to predict it, but we do realize we have to prepare for it. My name is Peter, and I want to welcome you back to this coaching journey. It's really a daily conversation. I've been showing up over 20 times now. This is episode or round 20, and it's been a lot of fun. So I'm kind of at the 1 month mark. I've learned a lot. I'm still learning live. I'm going to tell a funny story on myself in a little bit, but I just really want to share appreciation for those of you that have shown interest and are trying, applying, and ultimately multiplying all of these ideas. So welcome to the future frontier. You know, I'm convinced that most people, they don't know how to lead others into a better future simply because they don't know how to lead themselves there first. And I think this is a fault line in the leadership conversation where we put more emphasis on what goes on publicly than we do what the leader should be doing privately. And so I'm really on a quest, asking a bunch of questions day by day to practically stay focused on the future and then to tactically lead myself day by day. And I'm not a guru. I'm just on a journey like many of you. And I want to keep you company because I've been learning this lifestyle of preparation juxtaposed to a lifestyle of procrastination. And it takes work. You have to put in the work, and it's necessary. It goes unnoticed, but it's always worth it in the end. And so what I have seen, either in my own experience or through observation with friends and leaders alike, they feel like this isn't important or it's not being appreciated. And they just find ways to quietly back out or bail out of this necessary preparation process. And my encouragement is simply don't let up. Don't give in. Don't stop putting in the work just because you think you can get away from it. Don't get distracted right now. Don't get discouraged right now. And definitely don't get disqualified from being a game changer. So this is a coaching journey for friends and leaders alike. And I want to invite you to join in, to be a part of the Future Friends email community. And you're going to find all of the content in the form of a weekly roundup. I just kind of batch it all, send it to you all at once, let you work through it on your own. And then you'll find information and incentives for the soon coming coaching courses. I'm really looking forward to share this with you. And then you'll get invitations to be a part of the community, the Future Friends. And I've got some great ideas that we're going to be implementing towards the fall. And you don't have to wait till then to get going. You can get started and get better right away. And that's really the call to action, is take action today. And so I want to help you by giving you a free FailProof planning guide. It's going to walk you through really the mindset and the skill sets to stay agile, not fragile, in really a calendar year that could not be more unpredictable. And it's going to give you the confidence and the competence to make the last 6 months of 2021 unforgettable. And you can't do that just by having some bulletproof plan. You have to have a proven step-by-step planning process. And so that's what this provides for you. And it works best, in my opinion, if you can get away for just a little bit. You take 1 hour out, and then you can really think strategically and put a lot of good decisions and habits in motion that will set you up for success for the long run. So put your email in and get access to it immediately. And I say thank you, and you're welcome for that as well. We're going to dive right in to the big idea. So glad it's Future Friday. I love pretty much every day of the week, but Future Fridays are near and dear to my heart. I didn't have Future Fridays before, but I've learned how to be proactive, and I've figured out 4 things that I can do to make sure that my Future Friday is a success. So I want to give you that playbook. I want to give you that framework. How do you have a successful Future Friday? I'm going to give you those 4 things in a second. And then I'm also going to share, as I promised, my secret weapon in life. But first, I want to tell a story on myself. I want to kind of tattle on myself, because I don't have any imposter syndrome to project that I'm doing better than I look, or that I'm somehow an expert or have this all put together. I'm not leading this conversation because I've got it figured out. I want to spark this conversation because it is so relevant to me. It is in my face every single day. The onus for self-leadership, the inspiration of a lifestyle of preparation, it is on my radar and on my thoughts consistently. And just one example is I was enjoying Future Friday today, just spending some time away from the weekly work that's scheduled and kind of routine, and just kind of improvising today, spending some time with my wife. And my wife says, "Hey, aren't you going live pretty soon?" I looked and I was like, "Whoa, it's almost 4. I got a jet." Thankfully, I had the media, the music, the videos, and really just the talking points already prepared, so I could kind of fall back on that. And I think there's even an insight there that we don't always rise to the occasion as much as we fall back on our preparation. It's not like we make this choice to suddenly show out. It's that we are called upon and we say, yikes, I hope I have what it takes to be ready for this. And so thankfully that is what happened. Unfortunately, my computer charger was not here. It was in another room. And so I almost got to the very end of the recording, and then the live stream started wigging out, powered down, and it got awkward very quickly. And it's just like that helpful reminder. You've done good, but don't have a big head. You still have a lot of work to do. And so it's that humble hustle that keeps me going, keeps me growing. And I think that's what Future Fridays are all about. It is the awareness that the future deserves our focus today. There's a quote, a Jewish proverb: better 10 years too early than 10 minutes too late. And so I don't want to procrastinate the future. I want to prepare for the future. And so Future Fridays is dedicated time for nothing else, no other reason but to focus on the future. To do, I'm going to share 4 things that you can do on a future Friday that will help you. And I want to just give a disclaimer. It doesn't have to be Friday, but it cannot be someday, because Sunday is not a day of the week. You have Sunday through Saturday, and someday is not a day of the week. So you have 7 options. Pick one, at least one, where you are going to make your future, the future, your full-time focus. And it's like, I believe it was Martin Luther who said, the best time to plant a tree is 20 years ago, but the next best time is today. And there are things we can do that will set us up for success in the future. There are things we can learn, things we can implement, things we can change, things we can put in motion today that actually begin a ongoing, ever-growing process that will mature in time sometime in the future that we need. And so that's what I'm motivated by. And I want to give you these 4 tactics to enjoying a future Friday. And I want you to imagine it kind of like baseball, where you've got the 3 bases and they go in order. You know, you start at home and then you go first, second, third, back to home. And you can't do it in a different order. It wouldn't work that way. So there is a bit of a sequence here, and hopefully the reasoning is self-evident. The first thing you have to do is finish. You have to finish your, quote, normal work before or by Friday. You can't just drop and run. You can't be irresponsible. You can't just start hiding from all of your coworkers, your direct reports. You have to be honest, be open, say, hey, this is my time away. Or for me, this is my off day. A little bit of a lag. I will finish this. Maybe it's getting a little better now. Well, let me try to race through this content. This is important and worth the try. What does done when you know it? Then you have a goal. The next thing I want you to do is to actually focus, on something on future Friday. And this would be like a project that you know is coming up in the calendar. This is like a head start. This is like a hidden. You can't get more than 100 ahead. So take time to actually focus, because once you carve out this time, you're going to be left to your own distraction or focus. So you have to take responsibility. You have to own up and say, no, I had the time to focus. What did I do with it then? So you may consider really going off limits. Now you get to have fun, and it's time for the future. This is learning. This is growing. This is you actually taking field trips to the future, thinking strategically, learning new skill sets, sharpening the saw. Another tactic you can have is future friends. Make time to have meaningful conversations with other people about the future, about your future, about their future. Add value to other people. Be intentional about being relational. Now, I wanted to finish by sharing my secret weapon in life. I shared the story about how my wife reminded me, hey, you're going live. You need to go for it. Don't be late. And y'all, that is the story of my life. Because the reason I'm doing what I'm doing is I am so inspired by my wife. My wife, Sarah Joy, is my secret weapon in life. I love her. And you're saying, why are you bringing this up now? Well, she's having a birthday this week. She's having a special birthday. So I wanted to give a public shout out of appreciation to Sarah Joy and she inspires me to lead myself, to be a strength and not a burden, and to work on a future that she would want. So, having said that, and I'm putting it out there, and I'm going to take a